is Snapchat downloading? Hey, beautiful magic. Let's see who else is. Why is Snapchat downloading? I don't want to keep saying that. It's irritating. Hey, Shamar. Thank you, Shamar, for this smoothie is so thick that I have to chew it. Thank you, Shamar, for sponsoring um, the live that we did. So I do owe you a, um, a reading. Can you email me so that I will have your email address so I can send it to you in an email? I'm doing great. I am doing good. Um, Feeling a lot better. Feeling rested. I think that's the thing. I feel rested. Well, I did take a nap today. Um, I do still have that tooth, and it does not look like it is going to be pulled anytime soon. Um, because my doctor is saying that he would prefer it not be pulled and to just take the antibiotics and hopefully the antibiotics will kill the infection and it won't have to be pulled until after all of this COVID stuff is over. So that is my prayer that I'll be able to, just hold on to it until um, COVID is over. That's basically what I did yesterday. Was just kind of chilled out. We didn't go anywhere um, yesterday. We were going to go on a hunt for the pink Crocs, um, but where they were was just like a really out of the way drive for us. And I was like, you know what? It really don't make no sense to just drive way out there for some pink Crocs. And I already have the lime green ones, the yellow ones, and then I got these flower color ones that's super cute. But I'm gonna show everything that I got for my birthday, like on my birthday, which I think is Friday. I don't know, child. I think my birthday Friday. Um, that's a shame. No, my birthday is not, and my birthday can't be till next week, I guess. Monday. My birthday is Monday, but we're going to like celebrate it this weekend. So, um, I'll show everything that I got for my birthday, like on the weekend or either on my birthday. Maybe I'll just show my birthday. Maybe that will be part of my video for my birthday because my husband has to work on my actual birthday. So we're gonna celebrate um before we're gonna celebrate that weekend because he's working. He'll be working Monday. So I'll show you guys the Crocs then. Maybe by the end we be the found. I don't know, child. But I want the bright pink ones. And I think that'll be it. because I got orange, like a orangey red. Do I have red too? I think I have red, orange, blue, lime green, yellow, bright yellow too, and tie dye, and this like orange with flowers. It's real cute. So I'll show those to you guys on my actual birthday. Hey, Peach Sage. So today I wanted to talk about something that I saw. I'm not going to wait for everybody to get here. When they get here, they can catch up because this is not a teaching, but I am going to throw a little something in there about the Orisha Aga You after we talk about what I really want to talk about. Unless I decide to make that a separate teaching, but who knows? I'm just gonna flow with this, and however the spirit leads me, that's the direction that we're gonna go in. So I saw there's a young lady that I follow here on YouTube, and when I don't give people, when I don't give you their names, it's because I don't want people to go over there and say stuff because people do be looking for drama. A lot of people do. And when I use an example of something that is going on in real life, it's not to start drama, it is to help someone and to provide a learning experience from a life experience. So there's a young lady. Okay, if we're buffering, um, the wind is blowing slightly, and I think I heard somebody out there say that the TV was buffering also. We are in a very bad, I have to say this every time I come on live, we're not in the greatest of Wi-Fi areas. I mean, sometimes you got to sacrifice, We live in a beautiful area. We can go outside and be right on the water, but the Wi-Fi is horrible. So, sometimes you got to sacrifice, and Wi-Fi right now is our sacrifice. So please don't trip if it's buffering. I know it's buffering because the TV is buffering also. So there's a young lady that I watch here on YouTube who is in a relationship with someone that has cerebral palsy. Now, the person is, to what I can tell, high functioning, and but high functioning lead disabled. He plays basketball in like a wheelchair basketball league, and he because of the cerebral palsy, he has a limp, and his walk is somewhat distorted because of the disease is what cerebral palsy um, does. It does affect your arms and legs, and it affects your breathing, and it can also affect your brain function. Because children who have cerebral palsy, 9 times out of 10, had some type of incident either during the birthing process or in utero where they didn't either receive enough oxygen or enough blood supply to the brain. And so parts of the brain is either underdeveloped or damaged in the process. So it causes, a lot of the children have problems in school. They're, developmentally delayed where they may eventually catch up, but it's slower for them than it is. And I hate to say normal, when I say normal in this context, it means children that, have had no incidences during birth and, went through the birthing process extremely normal. That's what I mean by normal, because we all have something. Okay. None of us are completely normal. We're just like We came through the birthing process normally. Nothing happened to us while we were being born. So, in that sense, we would say that, the baby is normal. Like myself, I was a premature baby. I was born at 8 months. Yeah, 8 months, severely underweight, 4 pounds and 8 ounces. So, they could say that I was, a preemie and my birth wasn't normal. Even though um, I think when I got up to 5 pounds, they let me go home. So there's a young lady, and she's in her 20s, in a relationship with a young man, and they both make YouTube videos. So their whole life is in front of the camera, just like, I present myself. They present themselves on camera, making videos together and everything. And the young man is the one with the cerebral palsy. He um has become extremely jealous of her success on YouTube because her channel is growing more than his, extremely more. For one, he has a gaming channel, and a lot of women, we're not into watching guys play videos. Like that does not do anything for us. Like my husband is a gamer. I, I'm not interesting. I'm not interested in gaming at all. Just like my husband is not interested in fashion. He's not interested in my YouTube channel. Um, if I make videos and he's there, of course he will be in the video, but he's not. YouTube is not his thing. He's not interested in YouTube at all, and that's his prerogative because this is my channel. So, um, he has said, some things to her that I guess were hurtful. And her subscribers, the video that he made, I guess, has been taken down because I didn't see it, but a lot of her subscribers did see it. And so she said something about it on her YouTube channel. And once you say something, you put your relationship out there and you say something about your partner on YouTube, there's always going to be people who are going to have an opinion. So that made me think, like, and ask my subscribers, would you date someone that has a mental disability or a physical disability that you don't have? And you knew that from the gate. Like you knew that the person had a disability because you can see this person, you can see his disability. And I have noticed that people, and I'm not saying that this is this young lady's, situation, but I have noticed that there are a lot of channels on YouTube with people who are like quadriplegics that are in relationships and their partner is on their YouTube channel with them. And I just, I question people that get in relationships with people that are mentally ill and expect them to act the way someone would that is totally not mentally ill. Like what is it with black people? Like we don't honor the fact that someone, just because they can play video games, does not mean that they are mentally stable. Like there are a lot of challenges that you will go through dealing with someone that is not on the same mental level as you. Did I tell y'all what this was? This is mango, frozen mango, 2 bananas, some coconut flakes, and that's it. And almond milk. That's what this is. Package. Okay, Gizmo, they got it. Gizmo, 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 they got it. They got it, Gizmo. You can come here. Come here. Come here. They got it. Somebody got it. Um, so I just figured, why don't I ask people how they feel? Like, would you be able to be in a relationship with someone that is, even the Bible says that you should be, do they use the word equally yoked? Equally yoked with someone. And in that scripture, it kind of means that you're with someone that is in this context. I think they were kind of like talking about being with someone that is basically on the same spiritual path, or in the same spiritual religion that you are in, even though I don't believe in that. I don't believe that two people have to be doing the same thing spiritually, but I believe that both people have to have some type of relationship with something in order for them to be able to coexist together. Like, it would be difficult for a Christian to be in a relationship with an atheist, because unless they really have an understanding of each other and they are both willing to accept each other's religion. And I know a lot of Christians don't have the ability to be respectful of other people's religion, because that's not what we're taught. We're not taught to respect other people's religion, understand other people's religion, because Christians believe that only our religion is right, because that's what we've been taught. If you do thus and so, you will go to heaven. If you don't do thus and so, you will go to hell. So that whole equally yoked thing is very important to them. And to me, the okay, that sucker gonna have to ring, because I don't know who would be calling me on that phone. The Come here, come here. Don't worry about that. You can't answer that phone, child. You can't answer it. So don't worry about it. The whole concept of being equally yoked to me is having someone that is on the same spiritual level as you, the same mental level as you, and kind of the same physical level as you, or a physical level that you are going to be able to deal with. Okay? Because if you get with someone that is a paraplegic, are you going to be willing to dress them, bathe them, feed them, and do all of these things that has to be done to take care of them physically? I saw this movie one time. I can't think of the name of the movie, but like Kevin Hart was in this movie, and he was the caretaker of this white guy who was a paraplegic. And he on a date after not dating for like a long time. I don't know if he was in a car accident. I don't know how the man got in a wheelchair. I can't remember the whole story, but this is actually based on a true story. But anyway, he went on a date. Now, he was a paraplegic, and normally he would have his attendant with him, who was Kevin Hart, when he goes out to, because he was in a wheelchair, of course. to help him, maneuver the world. So he decides to go on a date with this woman, and he let, Kevin stay outside, or, whatever, so that he could have some alone time with his date. Now, of course, from the neck up, he is physically fine. He can, move his head, swallow, breathe, all of those things. Was he on a respirator? I can't remember if he was on a respirator. Probably was, because most paraplegics, a lot of paraplegics do need help breathing. Some of them don't. I know that too. I forgot which one is called quadriplegic, the one where they usually have to have like a respirator or a trach and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, him and the lady go out to dinner, and she realized, like, they had been communicating in letters, and getting to know each other in letters. I don't know if they was FaceTiming and all that kind of stuff. I don't remember all that part, but I know they were communicating in letters, and they really liked each other. And they get to the restaurant, and the lady realizes, I gotta feed you too. She had to feed him because his hands would not allow him to feed himself. And she realized right then and there, I can't do this. I can't be with somebody that I have to take care of. And as loving as I am, I know that there is an extreme side to me that can be very impatient. I don't believe that that would be my ministry either. Now, if something happened to my husband, of course, I would take care of him. But to just go into a situation where I'm dating someone that is a paraplegic, I'm going to be honest and say I don't think that I would be able to do that, because that is a huge responsibility. Huge. Like, I've watched people's videos here on YouTube. There's a lady that and man that I watch every now and then. He is in a wheelchair. Um, he I think he can move his arms though. But she has to get him up in the morning. There are certain things that she has to do to take care of him. Basically, the only thing he can do, I think, is brush his teeth by himself. He can transfer. Like the one video I watched, the guy can transfer into out of the bed and into the wheelchair. But she has to bathe him. She has to, help him use the bathroom, get dressed, cook his meals, and everything. And that's a huge responsibility. So back to what I was saying about the young lady. I am going to go back and read your comments. Just hold on a minute. I'm going to go back to the young lady here on YouTube. So I don't understand why we don't believe that people don't believe that cerebral palsy, because this young man is able to start a YouTube channel, play video games, talk, and everything. They don't think that cerebral palsy has distorted the way that his brain works. When you have a disability like that, your brain is not going to function like a normal person's brain. It can't. There's no possibility for his brain to function like her brain. So of course there are going to be times when he's going to do things that we think he should not be doing, but he can't help himself from doing those things. And it makes me think, like, would other people be willing and able to be in a relationship like like that, knowing that the person that you're with is mentally delayed and disabled? Would you have the patience? Hey Empress, would you have the patience to do that? And to deal with the person when they have blow ups or when they are mentally abusive to you, when they are verbally abusive. Would you take that abuse and just be like, oh, well, I know that he's sick. Oh, you going to bed this early? Shamar said he going to bed. Okay, Shamar. Would you be able to take that abuse? Would you want to take that abuse? Or would you just be like, nah, I can't do it? Hey, blessed goddess. Oh, there go my girl. There go Venus mother. Hey, sweetie. I ain't seen you in a minute. Okay, KK. Kay says she on some heavy meds. What's going on, girl? Hey, mouse mama. Claudia Munoz. Blessings. Thank you for your insight. I currently with someone that has dyslexia, and it can be extremely challenging. Everything he does is backwards. Main reason he can't read or write. Because, and it's not his fault, it's just the way that his brain is wired. You know, my son had dyslexia also. Hey, Nabroku. So, that is um, it does seem like a dilemma for this young lady. And I really do feel for her because when you love someone, and I really do think that she is extremely patient with him. It does really seem like she's extremely patient with him. But does your patience start to run out when that person starts to be abusive? Because people who have mental issues can be abusive. They can be verbally abusive, they can be, mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, and they can be physically abusive also. That abuse can go to the place where it is physical. Any type of disrespect to you is abuse, even if it's just verbal. And I think we as women need to get to the point where we have to understand I just don't want to have a man just to have a man, because I can't allow you in my life if you're going to abuse me in any type of way. You don't have to have a man that bad. It's too many Jodies out there for you to stay with a Jody that is abusive. It's way too many Jodies out there for you to be with a that is verbally or mentally abusive. Moth Mama said, I would not be able to deal with someone who is abusive. Um, I'm only a caregiver to children, not men. I have too much trauma for that, and no one deserves abuse. Right. We all have too much trauma, especially women. We all have too much trauma in women. You can't raise no man. A grown man, he is already raised. He is already set in his ways. Who he is when he meets you is who he's going to be. You can't change him. That's like adopting and adult dog. When you get him home, he is who he is because he done already been through what he done been through, and he's set in his ways. I mean, and we're like that too. You can't raise me. I'm grown. When me and my husband got together, I was in my 40s. At 40, I'm set in my ways. So you're gonna have to love this Lashana. And fortunately, he is able to deal with the Lashana that he met. He loves her because I wasn't about to turn into Shaquita or Wanda or anybody because I'm already set in Lashana. Lashana is set in stone for me. I've already figured her out. I like her. I gotta be her. I can't be anybody else. And who he was when I met him is who I wanted him to be. If he hadn't, I would have married him. So I'm not trying to change him in any way. Now, there may be times when I see a shirt or, a pair of pants or something. And I'm like, hey, babe, you look cute in this. And if he says no, then it's no. I can't change your whole style or who you are. No, I don't like beards. Cut your beard off. Like my husband, you can't tell him nothing. He is a card carrying member of the beard gang. I can't tell him to get rid of his beard. That's his thing. Just like he can't tell me to get rid of my dreads. Like, oh my God, he was having a fit when I said that, I'm seriously thinking, y'all see, I didn't went on a cutting spree. You can see how short it is now compared to how it used to be. Like, especially when me and him first met. Like, my hair was down my back when we first met, my hair was probably like this, or maybe a little bit longer. So, he is having, like, don't cut your hair. Why would you cut your hair to wear wigs? But in the end, he knows it's my hair. I can do whatever I want to do with my hair. Of course, he can make suggestions, but he can't tell me I can't cut off all my hair to wear a wig. If that's what I want to do. And then I'm going to cut all my hair off and, be bald headed and put these wigs on and decide I don't like wigs. And then I'm going to be mad at the whole world because all y'all let me cut all my hair off. That's what we going to do. 2020 is a bust anyway. I might as well cut all my hair off because we already mad in 2020. 2020 then had so much stuff go down. I may as well be bald this year too. Just end it with a bang. I don't know. I haven't got there yet. If I do, it will probably be in December to just start the 2021 off fresh. Leave all this 2020 because this has been the craziest year in my 55 years on this planet that I can remember. Okay? And now there are volcanoes erupting in Indonesia. There was an earthquake in North Carolina, South Carolina, the Carolinas. There was an earthquake. There's a volcano erupting right now in Indonesia. They're telling people to get prepared for that lava. So that's going to, I'm gonna hold that thought. Someone remind me to go back there because I'm gonna tell you guys what is going on. What Arisha is speaking to us right now. So I really do wish that this young lady, that like I really knew her and could sit down and talk to her and, tell her to seriously start weighing the pros and cons of this relationship. And if it's more pros, if the bad outweighs the good, then you know what time it is. I really do want women to get to a point where they can sit down when you meet Jody, start journaling when you first meet him. How is the conversations? Put the conversations in your journal. When you go out, what was the first date like? How was he dressed? How was the conversation? How did the date end? You need to be journaling that new relationship from the beginning, so that those red flags, when they start to come up in the journal, if something didn't go right, put a little red, draw a little flag and color it red. Get you some color pencils. You can look back over that relationship in your journal and see how many red flags you have. And if your journal is full of red flags, Spirit is going to tell you, hello, it's time to make an exit plan. It's time to get out. It's time to go bye-bye. Bye! Because when you see it in your face clearly, your mind can't justify it. See, if you just think back on memories, your mind will help you justify things. Oh no, he didn't mean so and so. No, you wrote it down. He said, I can't stand my mama. She a stank ass hoe. Your mind gonna be, girl, do you see what you wrote? You wrote it. He hates his own mama, girl. I'm telling you what to do. Okay? How did you meet? I didn't tell y'all. Me and my husband have known each other since we were 17. We met at church. We met at the church house. We met at church when we were 17 years old. I was 18, I think, or about to turn 18, because I had already graduated from high school. My husband was in his senior year of high school when we met. So I guess the middle part of his senior year, he told me that he had met with a recruiter for the Army. He took the test, he passed, and after high school, he went into the military. And we kind of, went our own ways. We didn't keep in contact, and I ended up, I think I got married first. I think I did. I think I got married first. And then he got married to, um, he got married in Germany to a German woman while he was in the military. That's how we met. So, um, I really wish that, you know, I could talk to this young lady. I really do. Because I would, I tell her the truth. I wouldn't deal with the situation that she's going through, because that is a no-win situation for her. This young man is mentally ill and he can't help it. He You know, he can't help what happened to him at birth, and I'm not faulting him for anything because it happened to him at birth. He cannot change that and he cannot help it. So he's not going to change. What he's doing now is probably only going to get worse. And I hate to see us as women suffer at the hands of a man that we don't have to be with because they don't have no kids together. You're not tied to that person. So, um, I wish her nothing but luck. And I hope, Spirit will whisper in her ear and be like, girl, you don't have to do this. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn y'all to the corner so I can get this other phone because it's easier. I don't want y'all to see my butt. Can y'all see my butt? Don't look at my butt. Did y'all see my butt? I hope you didn't. I mean, I wish her nothing but um, good luck. Y'all know I'm always rooting. Nope, no, but y'all know I'm always rooting for um, us women. My heart always goes out to women. And when I see women in distress, it always bothers me, you know, because I've been there. My life has not always been um, the way that it is now. Gosh, how am I going to read this? Okay. So, the Orisha Agayu. Agayu is the Orisha that represents the nature and the wrath of the volcano. He he is a very tall, gigantic man who lives along the rivers. He is also represented by earthquakes. The energy and the core of the earth. The lava and magma is associated with him due to his mother, Orinfa. He is the heat that comes from within all and keeps the earth moving. Agayu is the cane that holds all the Orishas and Santeria priests of Agayu receive him in a wooden or terracotta vessel where his mysteries are kept. It is said that the vessel should stay uncovered because you can't put a top on a volcano. Earthquakes are associated with the Orisha Agayu because it is him that is changing the earth from deep within the core. Now, I'm gonna say one thing. When when we were, living with our people in the tribes or, wherever, there would always be, the people there that were children of, each particular Orisha. And people knew when certain things was going on in the world, when to petition the Orishas, what to give as an offering to calm the Orishas down, how to pray to the Orisha and talk to the Orisha and ask them, to protect us and calm down a little bit. Sometimes the Orishas or God will do things to kind of, shake us up and get our attention. The Orishas can be upset because, things that are going on here in the world, earthquakes and volcanoes going off, can be a way of killing this virus. Sometimes we have to, sometimes people have to die in the process of changing of the world. But I believe that a lot of people that are supposed to be doing things to appease the Orishas and, keep them happy and give them offerings and pray to them and talk to them are not doing a lot of the things that we're supposed to be doing. So the Orishas and God is doing things to get our attention. We're so caught up in, people, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be caught up. People are caught up in their own lives. Right now, people are worried. Is unemployment going to stop? Am I going to be able to go back to work? How am I going to keep, my kids have to do Zoom school? Who's going to be at home with them? Am I going to be able to go back to work? Is my job going to be closed? Is my state going to close down? Again, all of these things are keeping us from talking to the spirits, to God. Our world is severing our connection to spirit. What's going on in the world right now is taking us farther and farther away from spirit. And God ain't gonna let that keep happening. You're not going to continuously get farther and farther away from me. I'm going to do something to shake you up, to bring you home. And if I gotta bring you home to me, I'll do that. If you look at the Bible, it happened before when God was like, you know what? This is too much. I'm gonna wipe all y'all out. Noah, get your family, build this ark. Because I'm about to do a reboot. I'm gonna reset this whole situation and start all over again. And one thing I did wanted to bring up is people who have physical deformities, who are born with disabilities like cerebral palsy and other diseases that they come out of the womb with, are normally children of Obatala. He has a passion for people who are disabled, especially ones who were born disabled, who have been, disabled since they were children. So this young lady who has, the boyfriend that she is having a problem with, it would be really good for her to get a white candle, and maybe when things are upset in her household, to, light her white candle and speak to Abatala and ask him to calm down the situation, because I really want to stay with my boyfriend. So can you help me deal with that situation? That would be something good for her to do. Now, children who are children of Agayu or priests of Agayu who are now seeing these volcanic eruptions and earthquakes and stuff. Hopefully, they are doing what they are supposed to be doing so that they can speak to their father and ask him, can you please spare the lives of people who are in the path of these of this volcano erupting. We cannot, as light workers, we can't sit back and see things happening and not ask the spirits to at least protect the people that who may be in that path. It's part of our job. This is what we're supposed to do. This is, I tell you guys all the time, this is what we're training for. This would be like Cardi B going to the studio every day, staying at the studio until 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and then never releasing an album or anything. You are getting this information. You are growing spiritually in order to use your gifts. You're not going to receive these gifts and get a connection to your ancestors and have your ancestors come to you and show you things in dreams for nothing. For nothing. So yeah, if you want to look this Orisha up, there is a lot of information on Google, and it is spelled Heallu, and it's pronounced Agayu. I'm going to put it in the chat. Agallu. Oh, put it here. Agayu. Okay. So I put it in the chat. You can go and. Did I just mess up my whole? No. You can go and read up on it. I will do a more in-depth teaching probably on it tomorrow, because I do want to see how bad this eruption is. When I looked earlier today, the lava hadn't started flowing yet. It was just the beginnings of the eruption where, the big ash clouds, and, it's looking really dark, and they're telling people to stay in and, cover their face because it's a lot of ash in that area. And the crazy thing is, and this is not crazy, this is what spirit does. A week ago, I watched a movie about Mount St. Helens, how Mount St. Helens erupted. I think it was like in the 80s, and it was a movie about how Mount St. Helens had been given signs before she actually blew her top. She had been, giving out these little warnings, and people was ignoring her. And so she was like, oh, okay. So you just gonna ignore me? I'm trying to tell you what's going on here. Y'all not gonna move. Y'all not gonna do nothing. And so she just woke up that morning and just blew her whole top on them because she wasn't playing, and they thought she was playing with her, and she wasn't playing, and she blew her whole top. So I was like, I just watched a movie about a volcano a week ago, and now a volcano is in the process of erupting in Indonesia right now as we speak. So spirit does talk to us. We just have to listen. Moth Rama said on the website I just pulls up, it says he is the father of Shango. It may say it on this one. I just didn't read deep enough into it. because all of these Orishas are related in some type of way. You know, husband, wife, sister, father, mama, daddy, whoever, they are related. And Agayu is not one of the orishas that you will receive during your first initiation, unless it really comes up in your reading that Agayu, comes forward, then you will. I'm literally chewing this like I put a whole bunch of coconut in there. Okay. So many explosions and eruptions going on. Yes, there are. But some of those explosions are um other countries don't have the same strict regulations that we have about the storing of flammable materials and all of that kind of stuff. They don't have a lot of the regulations that we have here in place. So when I look at certain things like that happen overseas, I look at it like, for one, it's man's carelessness. You know what I mean? It's the carelessness of man. And then a lot of these countries, they don't care. They don't care what's going on. They not that the countries are corrupt, and they not out here really trying to protect people the way that they should. And so certain things happen that are unfortunate, but they happen, nonetheless. But I still believe that a lot of things that are going on now are going on because the people that are supposed to be praying and covering other people and covering the world and praying for the world are so caught up in stuff and so distracted that they're we're not helping. We're not helping the situation because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're not praying. And then when we do pray, a lot of our prayers are so selfish. We're not asking that other people get covered. We're too busy trying to cover ourselves. There was a point where I had to check myself because the only thing that I was praying for was the house. I had gotten to a point for 2 weeks that I was so selfish. I didn't care about nobody else. The only thing I cared about was finding a house. Like, I literally had blinders on. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about nothing that was going on. I don't care. I just want to find a house. And that's selfish. It is selfish. And I had to, kind of reel myself in because it is a lot of people out here right now who are homeless, who are jobless. I'm not homeless. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm far from homeless. I have a beautiful roof over my head in a very beautiful area, more beautiful than any place I've ever lived in. And I was not even giving myself an opportunity to enjoy where I was because I was like, it's not mine. I want mine. And Spirit had to tell me, girl, shut up and calm down and wait. Your turn coming. Just like when you go to DMV or wherever, you got to pull a number and you just have to wait. We know you there, girl. We know you want your house. We know. Just pull your number, sit your little happy self down, find your happy place, and sit there in it until we come get you. And I just said, you know what? You're right. You're right. And I have been. Because I have faith that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to get what I want. But sometimes you just have to fall back and just relax. Because I was complaining about everything. Oh, I don't have my plants. Oh, I don't have my gnomes. Oh, I don't have my art supplies. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. But I have my health. I have my husband. I'm around family that love me. I ain't missed a meal since I've been here. As a matter of fact, I was eating so much because my father-in-law cooks. I had to check myself on the food. So, you know, we got to listen and be obedient and be patient. All of those things. And when we see things happening on the news, don't look at it and say, oh, that's Indonesia. It ain't coming here. Mm-mm. Because those people in Indonesia are our brothers and sisters. They are scared. Okay? They are scared. They are hurting. They are probably losing their homes. They are in fear of losing their homes and lives. When we see things like that, we have to have empathy for them. We have to immediately go into prayer for them. Um, Azalea Banks this weekend released some very cryptic um, messages on her Instagram. Saying stuff like she was tired of being here and, that the world has just become overwhelming for her. And she was tired. And people were saying stuff like, I hate her. I wish she would. Okay, well, do it. I can't stand her. Basically like, well, you're not gonna be missed anyway. You can go. And I was saying to myself, like, I was reading the comments in the shade room. And I was just like, what type of person are you to see someone basically crying out for help, saying that they are overwhelmed with the world? The world is, too much for them and they don't want to be here anymore, even though she may not do anything. I mean, saying stuff like, and just last week, she cut all her hair off, you know, like bald, cut all her hair off last week. And then over the weekend, she puts, these cryptic texts out on Instagram asking for somebody to come get her dogs because, she just doesn't feel like she's in the correct mental state to take care of them. That's real. And I'm pretty sure that Azalea Banks is a child of Oshun, not Oshun, Yemiya. She does practice Santeria. I think she said she practices Ifa and Palo also. And I'm really hoping, that she will, reach out to the Orishas. I did see that in the video she did have on her Ide, which is her colors for Yemiya. She had on her, her bracelet, and that your Ide is your anchor to your Orisha. In the videos, like a statue of Yemiya behind her. So I know that she is a very spiritual person, and I'm really hoping that her godparents, or someone that really knows her, um, saw the video and they can step in and help her. Yeah, what if she really did do that? You have to really be hurt to come out publicly, and and just and you have to be at a point where you don't feel like you have anybody that you can talk to that is going to help you. Yeah, people will say anything. I mean, people do that to me. All people. Lately, I've had a lot of positive comments. I haven't really been getting any mean spirited comments, and I do want to thank you guys for all of your love and positivity from the lingerie um, video. It took a lot for me to do that, but I did that because I do want older women to see that you are still beautiful, because the internet is a crazy place. Like, y'all millennials, y'all some cutthroat folks for real. Y'all millennials think that you not gonna be 50 one day. I mean, get your old ass off the internet. I've had people say all kind of stuff to me. Shut your old ass up. Why are you even on Instagram? What? I can be wherever I want to be. I'm grown. You too old to be on Instagram anyway. You too old to be on Instagram arguing with people just because I'm having a conversation. That's not considered an argument. Oh, you too old to be clapping back. No, because if you say something to me, I'm going to say something back to you. I don't think clap back has an age attached to it. So just because you're young, you get to sit and disrespect me, and I'm supposed to go run into a corner and not say anything because I'm supposed to be too old and too mature? No, that's not how the world works, child. So I do want women to know you are still beautiful, you are still sexy. And don't let nobody on this planet tell you otherwise. I wish you would. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna go where I want to go. I'm gonna do, if it's in my size and I like it, I'm gonna wear it. If it's got unicorns on it, I love unicorns, so I'm gonna wear it. That's who I am. That is exactly who I am. And now that I, got my little stand and a hold my camera, I got a little ring light and everything. Y'all gonna be getting more videos like that. Because I want you guys to know, women. And don't let me get on the how fat phobic people are. Because y'all know that YouTube demonetized that video. Fat phobia. People are fat phobic. But I don't care because I'm going to be out here showing it. This is the body that I have right now. When I was in my 20s, I wasn't, quite this thick. But, I'm thickums now. I'm gonna show this 55-year-old body about to be 50 next week. It'll be 56. I'm gonna show this 55-year-old body. I want you to know that it is some 55-year-old women out here that I'm beautiful. I know I'm beautiful, and I'm not like no millennial. Tell me or pigeonhole me into anything to believe that I'm not beautiful. You're not about to put me in no box. Child, bye. Right, girl, right. Shane Dawson can be up here in blackface, girl. He done made millions of dollars. Millions. And they told me, honey, that it wasn't suitable. Like I had done took my and everything I had on was appropriate. I done seen so many white girls bigger than me doing um try on hauls showing way more skin than me. And their videos have ads on them. I was trying to see did they lift it because I did no they didn't so far. I did ask for a review. I mean, but it's janky because everything that I had on was, I keep things classy. Like I told y'all, the not classy stuff is gonna be on my OnlyFans. That's where I'm gonna get down with the get down, okay? Cause I'm gonna do that too. I sure am. Cause I'm proud of my body. I don't have no um qualms about my body. You know, I don't feel like this is it. It is what it is. I don't allow people to make me feel insecure about my body. I did that in my 20s when I didn't know any better. Or when I was in high school when I didn't understand how beautiful I was. And I allowed people to make me feel like I wasn't beautiful. And so I'm too old for that now. I can't. I can't go back there. I wish I could go back there and tell that Lashana how beautiful she was because she didn't know. Because she was listening to other people telling her that her eyes were too tight and her hair was too curly and she was too fat. Oh, and she wore glasses. So she was nerdy. She was a nerdy, chubby church girl. And I wish I could go back and tell that nerdy, chubby church girl how she was going to grow into a beautiful woman and how beautiful she is now. I wish I could. Because I would sure go back there and tell her, girl, you about to be the bomb. Girl. Yes. Cardi B out here telling people to lick it and how wet it is and everything. And they let her play that on YouTube, but those that generates money. So that's totally different from just my little YouTube channel, Cardi B is bringing in, good money. The advertisers will pay for that, even though the advertisers say they don't want to advertise on stuff that's not advertiser friendly, but they'll pay for Cardi B. Right. But that's how YouTube is set up. YouTube is, a lot of black content creators, we get the scraps. We get the scraps that fall from the table of the white people, no matter what they're doing. I saw two um, twin YouTubers, twin guys, pulled a prank last year sometime. Is when they put this video up on their YouTube channel where they pulled a prank like they were robbing a bank, and they of course didn't. But the prank was like them running with money in a bag and money falling out the bag and them calling the Uber, pretending like they had just did it. And, people were calling the police thinking that the Uber driver was the getaway car. The Uber driver dude got stopped. They got away. They laughed about it. Put it all up on YouTube and everything. Now, they're finally getting charged a year later, but they have reaped the benefits of those videos because they have 1 million subscribers. Just like Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson has reaped the benefits of all of his videos, the ones where he did blackface and everything else. He done already been paid. So now these two twin YouTubers, I think I heard something earlier today that they have been arrested and charged with so many felony counts. But they already got the money. YouTube didn't demonetize their video when they put the video up. I heard that the video has been taken down, but the young men probably took the video down, but they already been paid. Is my point. A lot of people be out here doing prank videos and all kind of crazy videos. They get paid. They get their money. Yeah, that Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion video is extremely explicit. But that's their rap style. Their rap style is, Cardi B. That's always been her thing. Her thing has for her is sex. I think that's all she has. All she has is her body, which is sad. So, you know, I have nothing against Cardi B, nothing whatsoever. I mean, I like her as a artist, but you know, if I had a teenage daughter, I would not want my teenage daughter to be emulating Cardi B. Like, I wouldn't mind her probably listening to the music because I know that, kids listen to rap music, but I want her to understand that this is not the type of woman that you want to emulate. Like, I don't want to see my granddaughter, talking about whack, no. Now, don't you do it. And my granddaughter is very conscious of, stuff that she watches on TikTok. She does do some of the TikTok dances, but she know you ain't gonna be out here. We don't do that in this family. No. That's not your role model. That ain't. Yeah, Amani ain't doing that. Mm-mm. She know not to. Plus, Amani got a daddy that she know is not going to want to see her, emulating Cardi B. Like Amani is don't wear crop tops and um stretch pants and short shorts and no. You do that when you get 19, 20. You got your whole life to be in crop tops and booty shorts and all that kind of stuff. You're not doing that at 11. She's 11. She's a tall girl, but she is 11. So you're going to be 11 until you 19 in my book and in her daddy's too. So yeah, you don't. Cardi B is not your role model or Meg The Stallion. None of these celebrities. You have people in your life that are real. You got two grandmas, a grandpa, your mama, your daddy, your aunties, cousins, real live people that are your role model. You don't need to look up to a celebrity. And we are instilling that into all of the grandkids. You don't have to look up to no celebrity. You have real people in your life. If you need something or you want to look up to somebody, you look up to one of us. Cause this real life. So that's that, y'all. I am going to take Gizmo outside, let him run around. It's almost 7 o'clock. My husband be coming home for lunch soon. Take him out, let him run back. Well, not run, because Gizmo was coughing yesterday, and this morning a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Like if he overexerts himself, he kind of like cough a little bit. I'm like, you got asthma? What's going on with you, child? So I looked it up, and it did say that sometimes dogs, when will have little coughing spells, but as long as he's not like throwing up or anything like that, and the cough doesn't get worse, um, he should be okay. It could be like allergies or whatever because they do have seasonal allergies just like we do. So it could just be allergies or whatever. So I've been kind of making him just kind of chill out today because he was coughing a little bit this morning, and I can't tell if it's a cough or I don't know. It sounds like something in between a cough and a sneeze. Like he be trying to sneeze and he cough. I don't know, child, but it's irritating for me because it started at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you can cough at like 9 or something, like when I was woke, but like you can start coughing at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning. You had to start coughing at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I had to get out the bed and see what was going on with him. And I was trying to make him drink some water or something because maybe his throat had got dry. I don't know. Maybe I need to plug the humidifier back up. Maybe it's just getting too dry in here at night because I was sleeping with a humidifier for a little while. So maybe I need to put the humidifier, bring the humidifier back in here and plug the humidifier up at night. I don't know, child. But um, you can't be coughing at 5 o'clock in the morning because you interrupted my sleep. Because even my Fitbit was like, you slept 4 hours. Because it'll tell you where like what time you woke up and how long you stayed woke and stuff. And so yeah, I woke up at like 5 o'clock and didn't go back to sleep until like 6:30. So yeah, it could be the dry air. It could be allergies or dry air. I did Google it because I was woke. So it was like as long as it's not, a constant cough and he's not coughing up anything and he's not like vomiting or anything like that, um, it should be okay. They say you can give him honey. You can give your dog honey, and honey does the same thing for dogs that it does for humans. It coats help to coat the throat, but I don't know if this. I don't know if he'll. Gizmo's so weird, and it says you can fix him some tea. I know he ain't about to drink no tea. I can barely get this dog to really drink water, so I know he ain't finna drink no tea. He gonna smell it and be like, "What you giving me? I ain't drinking that." So I ain't even try to make him no tea because I know he ain't gonna drink no tea, child. I meant to go to the store today and get some organic honey. I'll probably do that tomorrow. My husband, he slept late. Um, so we didn't go anywhere. But I may go tomorrow and get him some honey um, if he's still coughing. He been pretty cool today. He may have coughed like maybe once or twice, but nothing major. So I'm gonna go, y'all. We've been on here an hour and 27 minutes. So if anything interesting happens, leave me a message in case I missed it. And if you haven't watched the lingerie video, please watch it so I can get some more views. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna see y'all every day except for Friday. Um, because we may go to Monterey this weekend. I don't know. We might. That'll be nice if we do. Okay, so I'm just dilly daddling and tiddly wagging right now. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.